It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection. Boopy doodly doop bum ba 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 ba. Hey everyone, welcome back and good morning. It's that toy guy, you know, that occasionally makes toy videos. And today is no different. And as always, before we get rolling, my friends, kick back in your most comfy, cozy chair. Perhaps it's a lazy boy or a revolving stool of some type. Grab your steaming, sweltering, delicious hot cup of coffee or tea. And a snack also would be nice. Now focus and pay attention to what will probably be the greatest day of the week for you. Looking at 4 amazing coffin banks or spooky banks. Well, one is a spooky bank. The rest are coffin banks. Now, once upon a time on one of my live streams, I actually showed 2 of these. And you know what? I noticed the third one behind me. And you know what? I said, when I bought these also came from that Canadian auction house that shall remain nameless. They were unbelievably cheap. I mean, I think like an average of $35 Canadian. Really cheap. Really cheap, 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 cheap. So I said, you know what? And they were all 3 of them. I think they were together, the 3. I believe I showed, on the live stream, I think I showed these 2. And this one was also there. But anyway, so when I bought these, I said, you know, it's just cheap. I like skeletons, scary monster toys, especially skeletons. That's probably why I like, what's his face? The Ogon Back, because he looks like a skeleton. And even as a kid, I love skeletons. Something about him, just fun to me. But anyway, so I thought, well, maybe I have one of these already, and you know what? I don't need to necessarily double up. But you know what? Then I said to heck with it. And lo and behold, this one was already here. I took it out of the box. And so they're all different. So, I mean, I have no idea how many flavors and boxes they had. And, you know, my pet peeve is to make sure they're typically from Japan. Although I've seen some that may not even necessarily be from Japan that are pretty nice. So now I have 4 different styles, and I love them all. Out of these 4, only one of them has vertical graphics. So we'll start with the one that I had here. I don't know if I ever actually showed this on video, but here's the one that I had in the collection currently by M Japan. Million Laughs, Million Thrill, don't overwind it. And when it says Debico over here, maybe a distributor of some kind. This looks like something you would read at the back of a comic book, right? The greatest mystifying bank ever created. Insert loads of laughs. Ha, 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 ha. And then the instruction, don't overwind it. So that's the first one. And this is the actual bank that's in there. So let's just run it real quick. I have to... Wind up is here, coin is there. This one I think works different than the other ones. You know what? Hold up. Where did this come from anyway? Huh. This came from an auction too. I'm trying to think of how I would do this. This looks like you need to put like something here. But anyway. Yeah. Grab a napkin. Sit tight. Or a cloth. It seems like it should have a key on here, but let's see. So you would... And that's how you retract the coin. And this is, it's got to be missing something. And then you have your coin box there. Anyway, I'm not going to go crazy doing this. Maybe I didn't do it. And here's the. All right, so it had some already wound. All right, so that's the one. Anyway, moving right along, that's the one that I had in the collection. Let's it's still coming alive. Let's put him. Actually, stand it up here. Could you stop operating now? Hopefully that'll stop. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, okay, so this is Hong Kong, which I'm fine with, except this is actually like cardboard. It's not tin. And it's got a plastic key. But you know what? The Hong Kong stuff is pretty cool. I can't believe this has actually survived as like a thick cardboard that's glued on a plastic base. But it's the same principle. I bought some coins here for you to see, but put your coin there. Wow, this was really wound. So here's your graphics. You can't take it with you, but you can try Hong Kong. And there's that key again. Make sure it's... Well, I gotta tell you, honestly, I'm surprised that this one is still intact because it's so flimsy. My God. So flimsy. All right, so let's put Hong Kong fellow. I mean, if you want to compare tin to cardboard and plastic. So let's put him here and close his box. And now, what about this one? Very cool box, full graphics on this, which I like. Probably the best box out of all of them. This is also Hong Kong. Hong Kong Fooey. Not recommended. So this is probably more late model. Let's see, is this going to be another cardboard? Get this out of here. All right, so this is another cardboard affair. So I'm surprised they want it that much. It's missing its coin door. Again, plastic and thick cardboard. But so far, the best graphics. We'll put this here. And last but not least, we'll put him next door here. This one here says it is made in, I believe that's Japan. Made for Chadwick Miller. And we'll find out, is this 10? Yep, this is 10. So this one is 10 from Japan with its vertical box. Let's leave some room here. So we have 2 Hong Kong banks. And then last but not least, the Spooky Bank. This is actually smart to have the coin door here. How does the... You know what? They look similar, but they're actually different. This one's also bigger, by the way. Look at the size difference. So my original one is probably the best one. I mean, it's got like tin litho over here, the whole skeleton. What's the skull head look like? Pretty detailed. I'd say the skull heads are the same. So this, you know, they made it smaller and sort of cheapened it out. Let's see if we get the skull side by side. Trying to think if it's the same mold. Looks pretty close. This one actually looks a little more detailed, if you want to know the truth. And this has a normal, proper wind-up key. But I'm not going to wind it because they've all been pre-wound, it seems. Come on. And that's it. Let's see the rest of the graphics here. So, the winner by a long shot. So, if I had to pick, let's pan back out here to try to get them all in frame. Wow, this went long and kind of stuttering. This is probably a very crappy video, but maybe not. So, from a size perspective, material, construction, overall appearance, this, my original one, is by far the best one, which came with that box. Then, I mean, I'm going to have to give it to the other Japanese one here, which is also tin. And then last but not least, these flimsy Hong Kong ones. But you know what? Look, that one looks a little older from the sense of the skull is a little yellowed. But they're all pretty cool to collect. And, yeah, maybe that's why they went for $30-something Hong Kong cardboard. They're probably common. But keep in mind, Hong Kong started making toys also in like, well, they probably make them a lot longer than the 60s. But like the transition was kind of going on between Japan and China, like late 60s, 70s. So these could still be fairly old. And that's it for your 4 different bank styles. Let me know which one your favorite is. And look forward to it in the remarks. With that, thanks for your time. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry for rambling on so long, but it took a while to kind of figure this out. And with that, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, my friends, and I will talk to you later.